So, hello everyone. After a long time, we tried to restart the live sessions, although we didn't do much earlier. But hello everyone. Hope this time we will continue. So, what I'm trying to do is maybe we can create, we can get some idea using an AI, and then we'll try to rebuild it in Solidworks. Let's see how it goes. So I'm not sure. The quickest thing which came to my mind is a lamp. Maybe we can think of something else. If you have some idea, you can drop your comment and we'll try to do it. I'm not sure which one to pick up. But let's just try to start with one of these. Let's try to create this maybe. Or maybe this. Yeah, maybe this. And this looks like it's a hexagon shape over here. So maybe we'll start with this body. Let's start opening the Solidworks. First of all, so I think it can be easily done by revolve the top part maybe. For the bottom part maybe we need to do something else. Well, as you can see, it shows like it's round here and it's hexagonal here. So it's not very accurate, but I think we should make it hexagonal, and this thing also can go along, like it can be a hexagonal shape too. Let's see how it goes. So yeah, we have the SolidWorks open. We'll start with the units. I preferred metric. You can keep it as per your preferences. Since we don't have any dimensions, so we will do as per our understanding. So let's say this dimension is say roughly 200 mm. This dimension across corners, and we can take it from here. So let us start. So first thing, we'll start with the main body of it. So we'll select the polygon and we'll do it in the top plane. The best practice is to draw a thing how it will, I mean, the way it will actually stand. So I have used the top plane because I have to create the main body of it. So yeah, now like we decided, we will give the dimensions here. So now we can accept this sketch and we can extrude it. So there is an interesting command here which is thin feature. Let's say the thickness of the sheet is 1 mm. I am doing it under part modeling. This can also be done in sheet metal. Drop a comment if you want me to do it in sheet metal. That will take a little bit more time because then we have to think where will the sheet join. But for now I am doing it just as a part model. So if this is 200, I would say this is like 180 or 150. So this 150 say. We can switch on the real-time graphics. Okay, these are already on. So now we have this. The next part is we do the top part, this revolve part. So for that, I think we should do it on the front plane. So as you can see, there is a cone over here, and then there is this slight extension over here. And then what we see is this some top part of it, which may hold some kind of, just to hang it around. So let's try to match this figure. So we'll start from the bottom and go upwards. So it is something like this. So this goes like this, and then there's a cone above. There's a cone, and then the straight portion. So we add a straight portion, and then there's another flange. So we have this flange coming out here, like this, and then we have this little part over there. So we can start here, and then so we go back and then come again, so it turns into an arc. So basically I want to revolve it, so make a center line. It's the other way around. So delete it and make another arc. See the 3-point arc. Now we have to, the best practice is to use constraints as much as possible, because that will help you to change the shape quite quick when you want to edit it. Otherwise, if you have like you can constrain it by giving a number of dimensions, and that's also a way to do it, but I prefer to give constraints as much as possible. So like you see, this top portion is a bit straight, so we make this example, and then this is like this. There's some values to it. It's 20. So now we can give the diameter over here. Let's say it's 150, and then we move up. So this is 320. saying so because it has taken perpendicular constraint to this, which we should delete. This is not necessary that it is perpendicular. So we can have it like this, 30. And then we have a straight portion at the top. So we can have it, say 50. And so you see that this is still blue. The best way to check is just to move it around and you will see which dimension is pending. So you can give this dimension or you can give this dimension. You need to fix this point. So that is, now it is black, now we go up. So this we can say it's 20. And let's say this is 10. And here. So we can say 80. Forty. Or no, maybe we should give it like 20. So now next thing is to the small cylinder at the top also. Let's add that too. Rest we can add separately. So yeah, you can give some values to this also. I'll say 15. And so I'll add a constraint so that it's tangent again. And this dimension would be, it is saying driven dimension. This means, because this is fixed in this direction, we need to fix it, the height. You can fix it, say 10, but you see it is still blue, so you have to see when it is moving. This is not fixed. Let's say it is 25. And so now we are pretty much done with the sketch. And just a moment. So now the sketch is there and we have a center line. We can exit the sketch. Now I will revolve it. So typically the revolve window needs a closed sketch. That's what it is saying. So if it is an open sketch, it will give you a warning and maybe try to close it automatically. But if you want to keep it open, then I will say no. Now I need to give it the axis of rotation. And now it has automatically picked up thin feature. And the thickness, you can keep like 1 mm again. And of course you can control the direction of the thickness. Let's keep it inside. Now we have the shape ready. Now we see that there are still these gaps around here. So we have to select, we need to fill these gaps. So we will need a plane to draw. So yeah. Basically, since we can't access this, we can't, there's no way to select using the mouse on the inside. What we can do, I'm not sure, let's try this. If I do a section plane, and then I try to select this face, and it worked. Okay, that's what I needed. So if I want to change the orientation, like 180, then I click this, and I can come out of it. Now I see the open thing. So what I can do, I can select this and select loop. Not is highlighting this, but I want the other way. So this one. Okay, my bad. I should have selected this first, then this, and select chain. And then convert. And now we have to select this as well and convert this. So now we have a closed sketch. We can come out of the sketch. We can keep it selected and do an extrusion. Now you have to select the contours. So we have these contours, and we can reduce the thickness to 1 mm. And of course, you can always decide the direction of the extrusion. Let's keep it inside. Okay. So now we have it like this. But there is a thing that it has made two bodies. That's fine. That is fine. So I'm not sure how good it is looking, but yeah. So if I want to keep it side by side, let's try it like this. Maybe we can do something like this. That way we will be able to compare in real time rather than keeping it around. Now I see that it is comparatively wider and this comparatively taller. The aspect doesn't match. So what should I do in that case? I think I need to reduce the height and certainly the flange around it, the cone part. So it is 200. I think we should reduce it to 120. The good thing about Solidworks is that you just need to double click and you can find the dimensions very easily. No need to go into sketch and then 2D editing. So now this part looks quite similar. Now we need to edit this. So this angle is kind of okay, but maybe this is not. This thickness is 5 or 8. Yes. And of course this diameter, this is comparatively much larger, so I may be doing it like 120. Sometimes it fails because of the geometric addition, but it started to look okay from here. Now we can correct the cone. So this inner, I think we can go up to 100. Yeah, we should have gone to 100 because we kept across flats 200, so this should be 100. Should be. And maybe slightly increase the flange again, 125. So this is okay. Now we should increase this angle. Let's say 40 degrees. Yeah. it is somehow similar. Maybe this diameter we can reduce slightly. Let's say 70, I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. And the thickness certainly. You see the thickness is kind of same. Let's do it 8. And now we have to, so yeah, this looks okay. So now if you see, it is kind of similar, very much similar in terms of the aspect ratio. Now we have to do this hanging thing. Maybe it looks like a ring over here. Certainly it will need a ring to be hanged. So we can increase this, so 20. And the diameter what we have kept, what we call it, so it's 10 mm. Maybe we will need like 6 mm ring, 6 mm diameter ring inside it. So first of all, let's do need to have a perpendicular plane. Let's do a hole in it so that the ring can pass through. And I will say it's 7, and this one 10. Features extruded cut through all both. When we do through all, it just cuts everything in the way. Now we have this. Ideally this should have been solid. We can change it to solid, but let's keep it as it is for now. Now we can do the ring part. We go to this. Now we know where it's passing through. Let's turn it on. It will help us to locate the center of the circle. So this, I want this to pass through this center. Now we can control the diameter. Let's say it is 50. And we can make it vertical. Okay. Now we have to somehow align it to the center, so we can, not sure if it will get to the center of it. And we can select this too. Yeah, it worked. Now we have a ring over here, but comparatively it looks bigger. Maybe we can reduce the diameter to 40. Now we can come out of the sketch and you can simply go to sweep. It is saying, it has selected this as the profile. I want this as a path. So I'll select this, and I will click on circular profile. And I just need to tell the diameter, which we decided to keep 6 mm, and it's a solid ring now, ready. So next part is to do the bottom ring. Look, now we are here, so I think it's better we keep the bottom ring circular also. That will look, it will get aligned to this one. So again we will do the same thing. We will create an open sketch and we will will sweep it around. We see there are two rounds over here and a straight piece. We'll start with the arc. I'm not sure if it is. Yeah. Select a line. So we can actually make them equal and start it. So my practice is that I just give some dimension which are approximately okay, and then once the model is ready, then I quickly edit those. It's entirely your preference, but I'm seeing that it's not able to, still not getting constrained because it's not. Maybe we can select this and the endpoint, and you can semicolon constraint. So now it is, but we still see it is not fixed in this direction, so we can make this tangent. Now I think if we are left with the radius, let's say 5 mm. But we still see it is not constrained because these two centers are not in one line vertically. But we still see it is still low. Okay. Again, so we can just make this as also a concept. So now it is completely constrained. Next, we come out of this sketch and we simply revolve it. Same thing, we do no, and we can decide the directions. Let's see. Okay, I think this one is better. So now we are here. Yeah, it looks kind of similar. Now we fill these parts again, these cavities. There's a way to do it that we can simply select this, or we can use the same sketch. Let's try that. Sometimes it can show some error, but let us try that first. So I selected the same sketch. But first I need to go into new sketch. So then new sketch. Now this, convert entities. See if this works. So now we have like use the same sketch. So now we go for extrude base and we select the different contours which we want to fill. Press OK. Yeah. These diameters can be reduced further. But yeah, let's do it 3 mm. I'm not sure of it. Okay. Okay. The good thing is that you keep saving work, but it may end up losing all the work you have done. So let's give it some color. So that, at least, or instead, let's give it a material. let's say it looks like a copper lamp. See, the color is very different from this one. Maybe let's try brass instead. Yeah, I think I should switch off the real-time graphics for now. Sorry, my bad. So yeah, now we are very close to the end. We need to just add these patterns and then we are kind of done. And of course we have the pattern at the top. So let's start here. Press the sketch. Okay, so this is a bit tricky, not so tricky, but yes, it is. It will take some time for me to draw it. So we see some arcs are there. Let's try to copy it. So we have this, and then we have an arc, and then we have some straight portion, then we have some straight vertical lines, and we have this. Well, this is not kind of very accurate picture what we have because it's made by AI, but still we can use this as some reference. I'm not trying to make this entire thing in one go. We'll just do one part and simply mirror it. Now we can improve it. Let's say this is 50 and I will say this is kind of 45, and let's give some dimensions to these also. 20, 30, maybe let's give it 55. Okay, that was that. Okay, so now we have this. It's 10, 15 maybe, 10 again. Give some radius to this. And we can convert this also to a firm line so that we can extrude it out. We have these small cavities here also. We can draw that in the same sketch or we can do some separate sketch. Let's keep it separate. Simply use the extrude cut command. Up to next. We have this. We can simply mirror it along right plane. Then we can mirror it again, these two commands, along the top plane. We have this cavity ready. Now I think it's better we add that small cavity over here. So do a sketch another sketch. I'll try to follow this one. That's, as I said, it's not a very fine picture. We can simply do something which approximately looks like that. So I think if we simply keep these two distances same, it will look better. 6 mm, and like I always prefer not to give much dimensions, so I simply make these two equal. And not sure how it will look, but let's make all of these equal. Maybe we add another 25 mm and 30 mm. Yes, this also needs. So let's exit this sketch and we do extrude cut. Okay, maybe that one is deselected. Okay. Okay, so now I think I need to do the same mirrors again so that I can file it on. So I prefer to keep the commands as less as possible. It's a best practice so that you don't mix up the commands. So if I will try to move it up, let's see if it moves. Okay, it moved. Now what I'll do, I'll simply go to this and select this one as well. You see the magic? So now if you compare it, it's not so bad, I would say. Now we want it on all the faces. Simply we go to circular pattern, we select an axis, so you can select a cylindrical face also so that it can understand what is the axis. Now we select the features, so we get this, okay, it says invalid feature. Please recreate the feature using geometric. Okay, let's see if it still works. And we say equal spacing and 6 numbers. I selected geometric pattern because deselect the geometric pattern. All bodies. Okay, the selected feature could not be patterned using a geometry pattern. And if I deselect it, then again it will show the same error. Oh, wow. Find this some glitch. So now you see, this lamp is done, at least from the bottom. But we still see some holes are there at the top. Maybe we should do some cutouts at the top also. The problem is it's a curved surface. There are lots of ways to do it. We can make a plane here and then we do it, or we can do something on the front plane and then we simply cut extrude it. Since we are not very particular what should be the shape and size of it, let's do the quickest way right now. I don't want to make it too complex, at least for the beginners. So I'll simply go with the front plane. We'll try to make it something like this. So it looks like it's a slot thing, and it looks like these are two slots. Let's do a center line. The best practice is to keep your sketch as symmetric as possible. I mean, if you can. Not every sketch can be symmetric, but yes, as as long as there are possibilities, should do it. So it looks like there are two slots. Of course, the slots are at an angle and we are doing it at vertical plane. It may not look very same, but it will be similar. First, let's give it some dimension. Fifteen. And yeah, 7.5. I think we can reduce it. We should reduce it. And to leave some margins around. And we make another slot in the same center line, of same sizes, etc. So as I say, I would prefer to make them same instead of giving the same dimensions again. So I just equalize the length also. Now I think we just need to look at the centers. So we can do that by simply adding a dimension. Let's do 18 mm. Now you see just 4 dimension and this is sketch is constrained. We come out of the sketch and we do an extrude cut. It looks good although. So now we have to like pattern it again in the same size. So again, I think it's better we move it up. And now we can try to include this also in the pattern. It says at some command. Okay, again, not sure what's exactly the main reason behind it. Okay, let's do it separately, I think. You select this, you do a circular pattern, give it an axis, should be done. So you see, this is kind of similar lamp. It's not same, but it's kind of very much similar. If you keep these two side by side, someone should be able to say that, okay, so both of them are same. Okay, so now let's see if we can, how to look at the reels. Okay, I think the lights are not properly placed. But yes, so you see it blackish, these are the shadows. But in general, it looks good. It looks great. Maybe we should try changing the color to make it. So if we go to this, sure. See if this was. Oh yeah, this is the brass brass. Same thing opposite. Or this brass. What if I try copper now? Oh, that's entirely different. It doesn't look at all. Copper, let's go back to brass. Yeah, much better. So yeah, that's all. I think Now we are pretty much done with this. Leave your comments. I know there's a lot to improve in these live session, but I have tried to just do something quick out of the AI picture. I hope you might have learned something from it. And if yes, please leave a like. It will be very helpful for us. Thank you. And we'll be uploading this video after editing the unwanted part to make it shorter. So if someone wants to go through it quickly, then the tutorial will also be available there. Thank you and have a nice day. We'll see you again.